Oh, the coffee run. I don't know about America, but I certainly run on Dunkin'. I'd probably be able to buy another car with the money I wasted at Dunkin' Donuts.
It looks good here. It's about time that we get a classy car in the garage.
What? Did you say a clapped out car in the garage?
No, classy car. Classy car.
Probably gonna have to explain to everybody what it even is. They probably don't even remember. It's in the same shape as the last time you saw it, if you saw it. Mike's been hard at work doing nothing. Oh my God, it's getting away from me!
It won't go anywhere. Where's it gonna go?
Hey, get stop!
Shoot my finger.
I knew that was gonna happen. That I improperly. I'm just glad it hit your fingers harder than mine because yours were fat. You got freaking sausage fingers. All right, everybody, what's going on? Dan here with Hatch's Recreational Engineering, and we are back to work. I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas. It's the day after here, and we're getting ready to start on Mike's Duster. We've got some rust repair to do, so the car is here at my shop, so we can start making some repairs on this thing and actually get to work on this car. Now, for those of you that don't remember, because it's been a hot minute since you've seen this car. This is Mike's 71 Plymouth Duster, and this is a pretty cool car. Mike picked this up a while ago with the plans to kind of build it in a similar way to my 72, the Janko. Now, this is a far better starting point than what the Janko was. This car is actually a really solid piece. The floors are good. The frame rail stuff is all good. It's a really solid builder. Mike paid like a little over $3,000 for this car, and it came with a ton of stuff. It came with the sheet metal we're gonna need to fix on the quarter panel. Now, it doesn't come with the trunk extension. We're just gonna fabricate our own trunk extension out of materials that we have because it's a budget car. This car's nice, it's okay. I mean, it's just gonna be a beater, kind of like my 72. Something you can hop in, throw the kids in, and just rip it around. Now, the worst part about this car is that somebody started painting the entire engine bay plum crazy purple. So this is not gonna cut it. So while the car's here, we're gonna sand and get all this plum crazy purple out of here and try to paint match the engine bay to the car. Because if it was me, I would just shoot that thing black. But Mike is a Mopar purist, and apparently that's sacrilegious to have an engine bay that's any color other than the body color of the car. So, of course, Mike, being the good friend that he is, brought me his best set of rollers, and that back tire is so flat. We're gonna have to fill that thing up and try and move it quickly because apparently it runs out of air really fast. We're gonna shuffle the cars around, get that thing in here, and start working on it this week. Yeah, these are nice. Thanks, Mike. Thank you. Please don't kill me. That's the scariest tire I've ever seen. You couldn't find anything better. I'm like, explode in my face, kill me. Oh yeah. All right, well, now that the Duster's in the shop, we can start working on this thing. So it's actually really not that bad. Let me show you what we got here and what I plan to do. All right, so the worst area on the entire car is the driver's side. The bottom of the quarter panel is all rusty, and you know, this front section of the quarter panel into, I guess it would be like a lower rocker on this car, is also a little bit crusty. Overall, considering the rest of the car, it's in great shape. Somebody's already been in here and put a floor pan in it, so we don't have to put a floor pan in it, which is cool. It's already done. And obviously, somebody already painted the whole front end purple, so we got to fix that because Mike plans to leave it gold. So the car came with a new quarter panel, which is great. Now, unfortunately, like, if you were going to restore this car, use the whole quarter panel. Probably the best way to go here, because this thing's all dented and wavy and got stuff going on. But that's okay. We're building a ratty beater. So we're going to do the right thing and take that full quarter panel and just patch away. And then we're going to have to address this corner, because this is driving Mike nuts. Me, I wouldn't give a single damn about that. But it's driving Mike crazy, so we're going to try and make this a little bit better. And, yeah, overall, the car is pretty darn solid. So a couple little minor rust repairs. No big deal. We'll get Mike back going on his way so that he can, you know, keep pounding away at this thing. Mike basically has about 80% of what he needs to put this thing together. Unfortunately, the engine that came with it had water in it. I know. You know, we have a great track record of engines with water in them where it's not supposed to be water. So the engine was like a 318 that came with the car. It's not going back in it. And really, Mike's kind of undecided where he's going with the engine trans on this car. Actually, no, where he's going with the engine. He already picked up a 3-speed with everything to put the 3-speed in it, manual. So it is a manual trans car. It does have the shifter hump in there. So does it have the pedals? Oh, pedals are in it too. So it is going to stay a stick shift car. So I think it would be really cool to build this thing to be just a clapped out beater budget kind of build to have a shootout against my 72, the Janko. You know, just some old ratty muscle cars built on a shoestring budget, slapped together. We're both married guys with wives and kids and sports and everything else, so like the money really isn't there to do restorations, but we want to drive the crap out of these cars and just beat the snot out of them. So stay tuned, and we're going to start fixing on this thing. All right, so we just got the quarter cut off of, you know, the lower quarter cut off here. And that's fine, no big deal. You know, this is, the quarter panel itself is not going to be a hard patch. There's a body line here. We're going to splice right into that. But the problem is this trunk extension is way worse than I thought it was. I thought it was only kind of cooked out here in the front. It's really cooked out and too crusty the whole length. So probably going to order on a trunk extension. This isn't going to stop me, though. We're still going to probably fit on the actual quarter patch that we're going to make. Get that all fit and ready to go. But we are going to splice a new trunk extension in here. In order to keep moving, I'm going to take a look at this section here. So let me show you what's going on here. Unfortunately, this is what happens almost every time you start doing rust repair on something. The more you cut into it and the more you take off and stuff like that, you find more. There's always unexpected surprises. It is what it is. It's an old, 50-year-old car, and it's in pretty decent shape. It's not that bad, but this is what happens when you start getting into rust repair. And you just gotta expect it. Expect the unexpected. So we're gonna keep cutting into it and see what else we find. Okay, so the Duster's kind of a weird unit here. So the quarter panel on this car is huge. It cooked out in the front here, no big deal. It's got a little hole here. I'm probably gonna make a patch and a patch. I'll clean this, I'll sand on this to make sure that no more holes are gonna explode. But we're probably gonna do a patch and a patch. The problem though, however, is down here, how the bottom cooked itself. Okay, no big deal. So what we'll probably do is make like an L. Wrap down and go across. I don't want to cut any of this out because, like I said, we're kind of trying to keep, the original paint and patina as much as we possibly can. So it's going to be a patched up mess, but that's okay. There'll be proper butt welded patches.
It looks great.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lap weld it, dude, right over top.
No, you're not.
Well, since you splurged on the Bondo, I got a whole gallon I can use, dude. I could Bondo up half that quarter.
It's a good Bondo?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's not the great stuff. But
It's cheap.
it's cheap. Man, look at that. Woohoo! Looks like a brand new car. How'd this turn out good?
Huh? Well, you tell me.
How much Bondo's in it?
Huh?
How much Bondo's in it?
I mean, a little bit. But I smashed it back into place first. I mean, it's never gonna be perfect because we're not fixing it. We're just I just took pry bars, and with the quarter being cut off down here, I was able to get behind it and crowbar it back to shape.
Oh.
I mean, it's never gonna be great because you have to remember too that the quarter panel's still mashed in all over in here.
Oh, yeah, it looks fine. I mean, you still got that one there, but that's nothing that...
The main thing is, like, from the back, you know, from here, it'll look great.
Yeah. It's fine.
You had a whole bunch of cracks and it was all caved in, so
It looks great.
this is better than it was. All right. Whew. You brought pizza, though. Oh, my Jesus. What is that?
Meat lovers.
I'll take it. All right, so the whole reason why Mike is here tonight isn't to help on all the body work on his Duster, but because we got to get a gas tank in this thing. So somebody's gone ahead and already put in new trunk floor, which is fine. But on these cars, they have no... Dude, you're being so loud.
All right.
There's no provisions for the fill neck. And these cars are dumb and have a big long fill neck that takes up the whole trunk. So we have to make this happen. Okay, where's it go?
Beat that corner in.
Beat the corner in? Okay.
Or we gotta take the shocks off.
No, beat that corner, dude. It's not my gas tank. I do appreciate, though, how your first response is to figure out how to make the gas tank accommodate the air shocks
That are not gonna
to air up.
Are you done yet? It fits. Is it the center? Huh? So I got too much. And we gotta take the shocks off.
You want to take them shocks out?
Yeah.
All right, let's take the shocks out.
Because
Okay, don't have to explain it. I get it.
something's wrong.
Did it go?
Well,
No, it broke.
it broke.
Darn. That one came off. One. Two.
I bet they air it perfectly.
Yeah, you're feeling confident? Okay, to air it up.
Now let me hold it.
Well, I still would have lost the bet at air belt.
Yeah, I guess that's where it's gonna go. I guess that's where it wants to live. I need to drop more. Yeah, here.
It looks like it should be pretty much in the middle of the trunk. Can we agree to that?
Yeah, it looks good to me.
Yeah. Sounds good.
You know, we're idiots.
No.
No, we're dumb.
Why? What are you doing? No, that's not going to work. That tire's usually flat. Wow, Mike, you found the middle. I mean, I could have eyeballed that.
You right about there?
Sure.
Maybe a little over.
Whatever you say, Nancy. Flip it over and mark around the lines.
Was it straight? Give me a tape measure. Or something. Or it looks straight to you? I just eyeball.
Eyeball it.
I can't.
You ain't got eyeballs?
I got eyeballs. Mark, where's the cutter?
First try. Hey, well, you should be able to mount the gas tank.
Yeah, I'm not the gas tank. See if it's.
Make sure it's good before I weld it in. Wrestle with the fill neck before we weld anything.
Yeah. The tank's gotta come down.
Huh?
The tank's gotta come down.
Okay.
You don't want to cut a hole in the tank.
Well, no, you're not even close to the tank. That's where your dad's saying it has to be cut. He radiused that to the wheel arch.
Yep. Thanks.
Hey, I cut your gas tank. I told you we should have taken that down.
The tank's gotta come down. You don't want to cut a hole in the tank.
It's alright, this is going to be repaired on. It's at the top. That should do you, sir. Wow, what hole? Mike doesn't like the purple people eater over here. So let me show you what we're gonna do. It's a Mopar, so the engine bay has to be painted body color. So Mike went to the store here and gave him the factory paint color, you know, the paint code, and they mixed him up a quart of paint. I think he's also got primer in here. Reducer. Yeah, you get the idea. Yeah, epoxy primer. We probably, I don't know if we really had to prime over this or not, but the problem is it's so purple that I didn't want to risk having it do anything weird. So I'm going to hop in here. We're going to sand away, get all the, you know, try and knock this purple down a little bit. It is clear coated over, so sand on it a little bit, give our primer something to grab onto, and yeah, hopefully I can try to match it to the body color. Now, the main thing that we got going for us here is the car's ratty, okay? That helps us. We have no intentions of making it a nice show car or anything like that, which helps, because if you're going to do body work and stuff yourself and try to learn, you don't have to aim for, like, extreme perfection. Weld that panel in, man. If it's got a little bit of a wave in it, no big deal. Look at that quarter panel. It's more twisted than your sister. I think that's a band. Anyway, you get the idea. Just try it. The best thing about a ratty muscle car is that it doesn't have to be perfect. Cut the rust out, weld your new panel in, and give it your best shot. That's about all you could do. And it's going to be fun. You're going to love it. But the greatest thing about our paint touch-up here, going to be in the engine bay, is it's really kind of broken up from the rest of the body. It's not until you open the hood. So I think that with all the other stuff that gets crammed in here, you know, it not being directly against the other panels, it might help to make it actually look like it belonged there the entire time versus if we sprayed like a door. It'd be really, really hard to paint match 50-year-old paint on a door. So let's get the sand in here, and hopefully I can get this thing shot with primer today. All right, Mike, what do we got here?
Oh. We got paint that better work.
Paint that better work. Oh, come on. Our patches came out. Our paint match patch jobs came out decent.
It did. There's no more rust in the car.
No more rust.
I mean, it's a little bit lighter, but I think that we can get it to come around and shine up a little bit.
What do you think?
Really good.
Okay, so we originally tried to paint match the quarters in the car with some single stage, cheap shop line PPG paint and Harbor Freight paint guns. Okay, it was a good idea. It's fair. We don't really know a lot about paint. We tried our best. We watched a video or two. We sprayed. We laid color. We conquered. The color was pretty close. This car, although it may not look like it so much on video, is super, super metallic. And to lay single stage metallic with a $14 gun is not great. So we sprayed the quarters. We weren't super happy with the way that it came out. It was definitely not great. It had runs in it. It was ugly. It did weird fisheye stuff. So that's why it's actually got a little bit of the lighter tint to it that I think I can pull back by trying to buff on it a little bit. We're not worried about cutting through the paint and spots and stuff like that. It's just, it patina matches the car. I mean, come on. From here, it looks pretty good. But the engine bay here is a lot of surface area to cover, and we want it to look great. Gonna be okay? You all right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's gonna hang in there for you guys. So what we reverted to doing, okay, and let me explain, is we changed what we were gonna do for the engine bay. So let me show you what we're gonna do. All right, so Mike called up Fluorescent Auto Paint and told them exactly what we were trying to do. We want to lay some, what is this paint called? Gold metallic something.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, it's like super metallic-y. When you actually like mix this stuff, there's a lot of metal flake in it. Even though the car is super dull and old and is what it is. So he told them what we wanted to do, and they sold us rattle cans. Okay, now this isn't just any rattle can. All right, so this rattle can actually has an activator in it, some sort of urethane paint. Anyway, use this cap thing. Ka-chunk, blast the activator, shake the death out of it, and then apparently you got 24 hours that it can be in the can with the activator without killing itself. The gentleman that Mike spoke to on the phone said, what, 15 minutes between coats?
Yeah, 15 minutes between coats.
We have no idea how much coverage it's going to need. we're hoping to maybe pull off 2 cans. We got 4. Anyway, this is $46 value per can. But you know what I am 100% confident in? That we can lay that down way better than we did with our $14 gun.
Yes.
I feel good about this. I feel like there was multiple favors working against us with the single stage acrylic enamel with super, super, super metallic in it. So we're going to get to work here and try and get this thing sprayed so we can get the heck out of the garage. Because we're ready to go.
I mean, rent's coming up.
Yeah, dude, the bill's coming. Bill's in the mail.
Bill's in the mail.
All right, let's get it going. All right, engine base painted, looks great. Huge supporter of the rattle can single stage, especially if you're as inexperienced as we are and don't want to spend all the money on the paint guns and try and get single stage acrylic enamel with a lot of metallic to lay through $14 gun. It's tricky. We're not professionals. We know zero about painting. The single stage metallic out of the aerosol can, though, lays down mint. It's going to be a pretty damn good paint match to the actual car. This is actually now the nicest part of the car.
That is true.
So that's it. Engine bay is done. The quarter is done, and that's gonna wrap up Mike's Duster. You know, hold on. Let me back up. It's not gonna wrap up Mike's Duster. It's gonna wrap up Mike's Duster at my house. The rest is on Mike to actually. Well, come on. He's my guy. It's going back to Mike's house. We're gonna finish the car. Drop something down below. Let me know what you guys think of the Duster. You want to see more content on the Duster? Is this thing lame? It's okay. I get it. I'm not a big,
What motor's going in?
Oh, and Mike's really worried about what motor has to go in the Duster. So let him know what he's got to drop in this thing. He'll make the wrong decision anyway. But I think that's going to do it for this video. Stop touching it! Stop touching it! It's going to do it for this video, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.